Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you are lucky enough to be doing it too. I am Bushka on Blitz, and I'm back with a little bit of German love. That's right, the mouse is in the house, and before the mouse is in the house, the tiger is in the house too. I guess, jeez, I'm a regular John Dunn. Sign me up for the poetry lessons, love. This is the Tiger One. I very much love this tank. It is a gorgeous machine. It's very mobile for a heavy. Surprisingly fast. They buffed the traverse speeds, and it's become an absolutely true heavium, despite the fact that that may not, in fact, be what its historical place in the world was. It is gorgeous in game. The gun is excellent for a heavy at its tier. Really good for a heavy at its tier. And the speed and the rate of fire and the minimal armor profile, but good enough if you know how to angle. It's all there for me. I really enjoy it. Plus, it just looks gorgeous. It looks like a tank should look. But this game is not about those things. As much as I love it, this game is about me playing in an incredibly apathetic manner and just expecting the gun to perform like it does every other time and pen stuff. And it doesn't quite do what you're expecting it to do. Now I'm with my good mate Mojo from the Skux clan. He's in here. I've been playing with Mojo a bit lately because I do a thing called Hour of Power with, or Happy Hour, sorry, with the boys from Patreon, where I jump in Discord and we all have a chat, and I like to jump on the various servers and play and platoon with them. But the ping has been so bad lately, and my connection in my area in particular has been so horrible that all I can really do is play Asia. And Mojo, being a Kiwi, is up early, bright and sparky, and Shaky's the other Kiwi that's always in there, but the silly bugger plays on the NA server. So basically, Mojo's in all these videos. It's not because I love him more than everyone else. It's just that he was there. He was a warm port in a storm. I don't know what I'm talking about. And you can see the gun here is working. Let's just move on from that debacle. It's really working. Like, you can see 2 good shots it hit there, and probably a third. And that's why I run it with binoculars too, because it's a surprising thing for a heavy. It works fantastically as a backline sniper. This is an interesting one too, because the team's just more or less pushed up and around, and things have worked out like this. I've come back here to put shots in over here. And there's a first bounce, there's a second bounce, and you think I would have learnt by now, and I just load up the Premo, but the Premo doesn't solve the problem all the time. There's a stubborn ML here. Mojo is gone. He has gone the way of the Dobo, and the ML just pushes. I'm like, there's 2 of us left. I don't get this. Like, if you're in a strong point, you camp, okay? And look, that went into a rock. So yeah, the gun's trolling the hell out of me right now. It's 1 on 4. But people do this all the time. They camp, and then when everyone else dies, that's when they start driving forward towards the enemy. So like, you've waited all this time at the back. Why drive forward now? So there's another non-pen, non-starter. I mean, there's a lot of green on that KV2 that I could actually hit. It just so happens that none of it is going to be penned today. It's just that KV2 must be like, oh, he must have the stock gun. Can't fire, can't play. The Churchill's going to tell me that the Tiger One is coming over the top. Thank you very much, Churchill. I managed to stuff that shot up completely. And this is watch this thing traverse. He's in a Churchill. He's trying to... It's not a great turn fighter, but what it can do is very easily keep other tanks in front of it. And you can see here the KV2 wants to get up and involved. There's someone in the cap. We think we'll get one in this KV2 because he's a... No. The KV2 doesn't want to be penned today. Sorry, I didn't sign up to get penned today. I signed up to just smash people. I think he's got the Zissy too. Anyway, we get another bounce, which is great. We've got someone from behind, the VK3601H, who really wants to put the hurt. No, we're not going to pen you today, KV2. How about we just don't pen the KV2 ever again? Oh, no, someone didn't get the memo. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Getting shots in the Tiger One. Get a lovely bounce off our butt. The Tiger One here is not so lucky to get bounces off his butt. We fill him up good and proper. Now, I'm going to show you a game after this in the mouse. I just thought this was a funny one. It's 1 on 4. There's still 3 tanks to go. There's an IS. He's over there. He's not AFK either. He's moving. I just don't think that he's moving in a way that's conducive to actually winning a game. He's maybe just learning how to use his thumbs, forefingers. He could be fresh out of the womb. Great shot. We've recovered. We are tracking tanks. We're doing the business. We'll just roll down here. Another great shot. Straight in the driver's hatch. This is why we buy the Tiger 1. This is why you drive this mobile little beastie. That's not it. That's not why you drive it. That ain't it. And that's not the tank's fault. That is called Bushka. Aim the bloody gun. Or we could just take that shot, because that surely has to pen. It's a VK3601H. There's only one part of the tank I can't pen off. And that's it just there. The part between the upper and the lower glacis. This time, we don't muck around. We are going to... No, we're not going to. We're not going to pen him yet. What? Don't be ridiculous. There we go. Lower glacis. Ballboy 36 is probably thinking, I'm in with a chance here. This guy cannot play. I have fired that much ineffective rounds. I've had enough firepower to kill the entire... Look, he's still there. He's moving. Just very gradual. I've spotted him. I think he's stock. He can't see me. I'm just going to keep him tracked. And now the Tiger performs relatively well. Keeps him tracked. Keeps him stuck there. He can't see me. I can't say that I'm sorry about that. He just does a random... He's got to be over there somewhere. He's hoping, praying, wishing, as Dusty Springfield said. Or was that... It wasn't Dusty Springfield. It was Burt Baccarat wrote the thing. Wishing and hoping and praying. It might have been. I don't know. Lulu. Who knows? Who knows these things? Maybe it was that the girl who was really, really famous. And oh my God, what am I talking about? Don't worry about it. There we go. The mastery, the high caliber, the top gun. But more importantly, the detailed report. Let's have a look at the details. The shots fired and how many missed. 32 shots fired, 30 direct hits, 20 pens. Yep, that is a whole lot of poorly aimed incoming fire. So that's the Tiger 1. Now, that's all well and good, but I want to talk to you about the mouse. This is a proper big boy. I couldn't resist putting that in there. I've pushed up really aggressively here. There's a T110E4, there's a T54. I was having a bit of a rough trot. We were constantly doing top damage, being the last tank left. And at tier 10, that's pretty tough, especially when you're in the mouse, because it gets to a point where you just can't angle to everything, and that's all there is to it. And we're going through the cheeks of the mouse. So it's like the two mouses going through the cheeks of the houses. I'm pushing up here for a reason. There's a T110E4 there. If I do not push to him and angle away, then he is going to quite simply smash me from that corner. And that's why I'm just wiggling and jiggling here, doing my best to make life tough. And now the T54 has got into the party, which is not good. And so I'm blowing an awful lot of hit points here because I've got to angle to both the mouse and the 54, which is tough. Not impossible, but tough. So what I need to do is actually pump this 54 and then angle away. And that's what I'm going to do. You're going to see how effective the mouse can be. You can really over angle it and you can move that turret around. You can see I'm at like such a steep angle, and yet he's completely ineffective when it comes to penning me. 330mm of pen on the heat won't do it. You can't really HE it. It's a very tough tank to HE. It's incredibly strong. If you're ever wondering about open angling, this is how you do it. If you've got a big tank like this, you can see I'm angling the turret and the chassis of the tank at the same time, but I'm angling the turret very differently. It's got a much softer traverse. Now, I want to talk to you now about mines. This is the whole point of this video. This map is just annoying me so much. The hill on mines is great. Okay, the map is tiny. There's a spot here where you spawn where you can look straight across, and as people come up, if they want to loiter around there, you can punch their lights. Punch their ticket, clock them out, whatever. The issue with mines is that so often people will push hill, and then you will get heavies that have absolutely no patience. They have tank turrets, and they will push up. Now, you can see the reds are already forming up at the top of the hill there. They are going to be to the left of this poor bugger here. The guy you can see just getting absolutely wrecked in the T54E1, and they're going to be to the right as well. And what people try and do is push up and focus on one and just hope the other one doesn't hit them. Now, this IS-7 is actually not doing a bad job. He's behind the rock and he will not come out to get the shot. And that's called something, and I know you guys are going to love this, it's called patience. It's called patience. He will not give me a shot. He will not give the other guys a shot. The Leopard 1 wants help, but the IS-7 is not moving. The IS-7, in fact, is doing exactly what he should be doing. He is waiting. He has locked that down. That Leopard 1 cannot come around that corner without some help. Now, their mediums missed out, so they've pushed up over there, and they're getting stuck into our IS-7, who decided that it was a good idea to go around there and push and be a little bit adventurous, which is a bad thing to do when you've got a lot of unspotted tanks. 5 minutes 30 in. Okay, we've lost an IS-7. That's all well and good. I'm setting up for this 62 if he goes around the building, but he pops on the left here, and I have to actually deal with him on the left, and that's all right. Mojo's always there as well. He's at the back. He's in the T110E4. You can see big tank, the mouse. Very, very tough to deal with. Very, very tough to deal with. And the 62A knows he cannot stay there. Just gets the tracks. We're going to get him, and then we're going to go and sort out this Object 140. But the Object 140 isn't waiting. He's mucking around. He's out of there. So we've lost the 54E1 and the IS-7. I can't tell you how many times I've seen teams just die on that hill, push the hill after they've already lost. Now, these red guys do a really, really good job. They lost the hill, but they have yet to get tank turrets and just YOLO up and try and get the Leopard 1 while ignoring all the guys to the right. What they are in fact doing is being patient and outlasting us. And they're doing a really good job because there's an Object 268 and a Waffle Tractor in spawn. In fact, this is one of the better played mines maps that I've actually seen. Their mediums pushed. They lost a 62A and beat our IS-7 down. Their 140s moved back around. We took the hill, but they've given absolutely nothing. Their IS-7 eventually got impatient and pushed up and got belted for it. I mean, the IS-7 there is the absolute... This is where you want to stop. You do not want to keep pushing up there if you don't own the hill, because what you're going to be doing then is giving it to both sides. You can be hit from both flanks. Now, the 140 is pushed back around. Well and good. We're going to go and deal with him. He's got our T54E1, who did a good job, solid enough. But I usually see this happen on mines, and it just absolutely drives me insane. It is my pet hate in the game at the moment. If you do not own the hill, do not, for the love of God, push up there. All you are going to do is give free shots to the guys. Both sides will have TDs camping in spawn. Mojo for us. For them, they've got a Waffle and an Object 268. And you can see you can still be hit from the other side. And that E100 is hit and then returns fire to the Object 268. The E100 for them is still there. And if you get impatient, you will get absolutely deleted. The other thing I have a big issue with is just pushing the hill in general, particularly for players that qualify as solid players, people who know what they're doing. Because if you get one or two players on the other team who are newer players but understand the concept of pushing hill, you're giving them an opportunity to hit point trade with you. I actually much prefer just giving the hill up, having one guy who'll sit somewhere about where I am now and spot targets, and everyone else just pound the guys that poke their heads up. It's not hard to be in positions where you can't get hit around here. It's actually quite hard to find a position where you won't get hit from the hill and can return fire. And you can see I'm expecting that Object 268 to hit me. I then just get to bail down here, not take any more damage. We're going to take out the Waffle. We're going to take out the Object 268. I won't belabor the point. It's about patience, and it's a key thing here. It's why I want to show a video now on Canyon, and it's not about me doing a lot of damage. In fact, it's about the IS-7 on our team, and he is an absolute hero tank. And what he's going to do is, we don't have any mediums, okay? So rather than actually just stay at the back or push the flank with us, he is going to bail hard. Now that's Met Live at from the Met clan. Great bloke, lovely bloke, love his work in the IS-7. He's going to push up there to the middle. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by why it's so key. He's like the fulcrum that we're able to bend around. He holds the middle. There's an object 140 from the other team that's going to go there. They've got two mediums. If you give the middle up, you allow the middle to just control the map. It's probably the most important part of the map overall. It's certainly not a part of the map that is conducive to big damage numbers for that IS-7. But he's going to spot the tanks, and you can see right there, he's getting shots from the right. People are going to hit him from the right-hand side here. I've spotted an E100 down here, so we're going to get some fire into him. Just try and angle up a little bit. Get a shot down. Now watch what the IS-7 does here. He comes to the other side of the hill, doesn't give up the strong position, and is now going to spot back to the other side. You're going to see in a little bit, he's going to go forward up to the top of the hill as well. I just get a HE shot in from that E100. He was pretty desperate. And see the targets pop? That's the IS-7. He's taken the middle of the hill. He's waited. He's watched our team flex around to the left, driven over the top, and rather than join in and go for the damage on that E100, he has then spotted other tanks over there and has just lit them up for us, and we are now absolutely in the deluxe seat. This is as good as it gets. He's keeping them lit too. He's giving them no real target. Like, he can get hit, and you saw him take one there, but it's more than that. It's the fact that he's stopped them. They can't advance. They can't flank it. This waffle tractor has now become an absolutely lethal weapon. Anyone over here who wants to push forward is pushing into a really good gun behind soft cover. I just love that kind of play. Completely selfless, completely for the team, and really intelligent, cerebral play. And now he's joined in now. He's going in the flank push around the left. He's done all the hard yards. He's completely stumped him. And I get to push up here absolutely confident in the ability of the mouse to deal with all that are in front of it. And my good mate Just Blitz is on there as well. He's in a T30 on the other seam, and they didn't have an IS-7 that went in the middle. Their Object 140 went to the middle to try and actually do the business, and found a monstrously large Tier 10 heavy with an E100 behind him, and he had no choice but to get the hell out of Dodge. And you can see there, that's 4 tanks caught up in that corner. Another one's pushing down. Mojo's with the T110E4. There is like coruscating lines of fire all over the place. They've lost the initiative. They are simply trapped in the corner, and we win the game going away. And I get the glory, so does Mojo. We both did 3K or something. But the real hero of this is Met Live at. Brilliant play from the IS-7. Doesn't get a lot of numbers at the end. I think he does like 1,100, 1,300 damage. But the way he became a fulcrum for the attack, he stopped everyone there. There's Just Blitz, good man. The way the IS-7 went to the middle, pushed that Object 140 off, and then as he saw the team flex around, he followed them, but he didn't give up that strong position. He just kept holding it, and they were pushing around through towards our spawn, and he spotted them all. Really well done. I love that kind of play. Simple stuff, isn't it? You know, when people do it well, it's just really cool. I'm not going to hit Just Blitz. I refuse, but Mojo is a dirty mongrel and does so anyway. I hope you guys enjoy that. I really enjoyed it. Lots of good stuff coming up. I was tempted to do another Tiger 1 review. I did do quite a bit of Tiger 1 driving, and I really enjoyed it, and that was great. But I did one not so long ago, and I need to get off my butt and do a Tiger 2 review. It's much deserved. There you go. Met Live at. Doesn't get the plaudits he deserves for the experience column, but whatever the case may be, certainly well played by him. I need to do a Tiger 2 review. I think we're doing, hopefully, if the internet behaves, I'll be doing a stream tomorrow with Pitt, and I think Straight Up Jack's going to be running around in that on the NA server. It's all very much dependent on my interweb learning how to fly again. And I'm also doing some official wargaming videos, so keep your eyes peeled for those. You guys are going to love those. Big news there. Lot of other videos I want to do at the moment. There's a synergy video coming up about how different tanks platoon well together, and how some tanks are pretty special. And what I might do is pick out a tank at each tier, which I think fulfills a whole heap of roles and can work well with just about any tank at its tier. Anyway, I hope you're all looking forward to those. I'm looking forward to doing them. There's a podcast out today as well with Zip Zip from Spud from Campers and Taters. You might know the Campers and Taters, the campfire thread on the North American server. It's forums. It's massive. Until next time, boys and girls, look after your families and stay safe on the battlefield.